Hello, WMS. Our community has decided to spotlight an historic achievement. On February 2nd, 2022, Shannon Bendiksen will be promoted to the first Assistant Chief of the Washington State Patrol. She is the first female Assistant Chief in the history of the Washington State Patrol and is my mom. So, I sat down to ask her a few questions about this historic accomplishment. Hello, WMS. Right now I'm here with Assistant Chief Shannon Bendiksen, also known as my mom, and we're here to ask her a few questions about her job. So, what is your background that led you to this promotion to Assistant Chief of the Washington State Patrol?
So my background, I got a degree in early childhood education, and then I wasn't sure what kind of a job I wanted. I found out that the State Patrol was hiring, and so I hired on, and I worked the road as a trooper for about 9 years. Had a couple of different assignments, and ultimately made my way all the way up to an Assistant Chief position.
That's awesome. 2, what do you like most about your job?
I find great value in my job. The Washington State Patrol does a lot of things across the state, and so my job currently is to help 6 other divisions do their jobs, and they each have a different role and responsibility that they have. So my job is to support them and help them and guide them, provide support where I can so that they can be successful in doing their jobs. So I like helping people and providing guidance and mentorship.
Super cool. What is your least favorite thing about your job?
The least favorite, it's stressful at times, especially with COVID. It's been really tough because some folks had to make a really tough decision about whether they got vaccinated or not. There were a lot of emotions. There were a lot of decisions that had to be made. We had to send people home to work from home, which is not something that we typically have done as an agency. So there was a lot of stress and a lot of tough decisions that had to be made. But I had a lot of great people in and around me, and we helped to make those decisions together.
Nice. What are you most looking forward to being the first female and just as an Assistant Chief of the Washington State Patrol?
What am I most looking forward to? I think what I enjoy most is, again, working with the respective commanders of their divisions and the people within those divisions. But what I've enjoyed as I've risen up through the ranks is to have more of a voice in the decisions that are being made, and to offer some thoughts and ideas and perspectives on the different things that are being done. So I think, although a lot of responsibility, which can sometimes be challenging, I do like to be a part of those big discussions on thinking about what the agency is doing and what the future of the agency is about.
It's pretty special. What advice do you have for middle schoolers considering a career in law enforcement or overall?
Well, what is very interesting that some folks don't realize is that no matter how old you are, the decisions that you make today can ultimately affect your future and the job that you have. So for law enforcement specifically, you have to go through a background investigation. You have to go through and get a polygraph test, which most people say is a lie detector test. And if you engage in certain behaviors when you're younger and you go to get a job in law enforcement, sometimes you might not get picked because of the poor decisions that you've made. And so specifically for those that want to be in law enforcement, it's about working hard and making right decisions and having a good moral compass, having really strong moral beliefs, and setting yourself up to be most successful in getting a job in law enforcement.
Yeah, that's cool. Is there anything else that you would like to say or share?
Well, I think one of the coolest things is to have you as 11 and your sister at 9, and to be able to be a part of this moment in at least the Washington State Patrol history. We're being the very first and only ever female assistant chief in the 100 years of the agency, and to have you and your sister standing there with me to experience that with me. And I think you recognize the significance of that today, but even as you go through the rest of your life, you can look back on it and kind of recognize that it's a pretty significant thing, and it's really exciting to be a part of that. And I'm very honored for the position that I have, so it's a lot of fun.
So special.
A lot of fun.
Well, thanks for your time and for all your hard work that led you to accomplish this historic.
Thank you.
Yes.